everyone, my name is Bree. Welcome to your Agency Lifestyle Challenge. We're here to do some stretching today. So we're going to start in a standing position. So your feet are about hip width distance apart. So you're just going to bring both hands up, grab your left wrist with your right hand and just stretching over to your right side. Only as far as feels comfortable for yourself. Should feel a nice stretch through that side body. And remembering we're working with that inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose, seeing if we can get a little bit deeper into those stretches. On your next exhale, just coming back through center, grabbing your right wrist with your left hand and exhaling over to that left. Excellent. On your exhale, releasing that, just shaking your arms out. We're just going to grab hold of our head with our peace fingers. On your left temple, we're just going to stretch our neck. Feeling that left shoulder coming down, try not to leave it up, and just stretching out through that neck. Staying with that same side, just reach around to the back of your head and gently gazing down towards your right toes. Feel that stretching now through the back of your neck and a little bit more into your side. Keep pulling your left shoulder down away from your ears. And coming back through center, grabbing hold of your left peace fingers onto your right temple and stretching that over to your left. Great job, and grabbing onto the back of your head now, gaze is down towards your left toes. Great work, just roll those shoulders around a couple of times backwards and a couple of times forwards. Making sure you're close to a wall for this one, getting yourself set up. We're just going to place that palm onto the wall and in line with that shoulder, just going to gently stretch out through the front of our shoulder into our pec muscles. Only stretching as far as you can, so you might still be facing forwards there, or you can come around a little bit further. Taking that nice deep breath in and nice deep breath out, just settling into your stretches as you go. Excellent, and just walking back around towards the wall, swapping hands now, left hand on the wall and stretching out through that shoulder. So no overstretching, should just feel a nice little feeling through that front of the left shoulder. Great work. And walking back around, unraveling yourself. If you've got your mat close to the ground, we're just going to stand in front of it there. Feet are about that hip width distance apart, grabbing hold of opposite elbows. Big generous bend in those knees. You're just going to send yourself forward and you're going to just rock side to side. Keep a bend in those knees. Try and send that head nice and heavy, folding over. Find stillness. We're just going to straighten our right leg and then rebend. Straighten your left leg and rebend. And just gently folding over, keeping as much of a bend as you need, maybe a little sway side to side. This will be stretching out through your hamstrings, through your glutes and your lower back, helping you to release all that tension of sitting. Breathing and release those hands to the mat and slowly just peeling up vertebrae by vertebrae up to a standing position. Great work, guys. Now find yourself onto your mat into your cat-cow position. So wrists stacked under shoulders, knees stacked under hips. Preparing for our cat-cow, we're going to inhale, sinking your belly, gaze is towards the ceiling, and exhale, rolling through our back, separating those shoulder blades. Excellent work. Inhale, sink your belly, and exhale, rounding through that spine. Once more, inhale, sink your belly, and exhale, rounding through that back. Find a neutral spine so your spine is nice and flat. Reaching your right arm underneath, threading it through. See if we can find that shoulder towards the mat. We've just stretched the front of our shoulder, so now we're stretching the back. Excellent. Coming back to your neutral spine, now grabbing your left hand and threading it underneath, seeing if we can touch the shoulder to the mat. Great work. Coming back through center, we're going to send our right leg long up onto our tippy toes, and we're just going to rock forward and back. Great. Sending that right foot forward in between our hands, just finding a low lunge, staying on that back knee. Your hands can come up towards your hips and just reaching forward, pushing forward through your hip flexors. If you need to send yourself a little bit further back, that is no problem. If you come a little bit more forward, you'll feel that a little bit more into those hip flexors. Last breath here, and on that exhale, find your hands to the mat, send your left leg long this time, a few rocks back and forward, so stretching out through your calf muscles. And when you're ready, bringing that left foot forward in between those hands, finding your low lunge. Keep your hands on the mat to support if you need to, otherwise you can bring them up, deepening that stretch, pushing those hips a little bit forward, finding that breath again. Just working within your limits to where you need to be with your lunge. And last exhale, find those hands to mat. Knees are as wide as your mat, big toes to touch. Send yourself back into your child's pose. Head is resting on the mat, trying to send those fingertips as far away from you as you can, and bringing your glutes down towards your heels as far as you can. And exhaling, coming up, just bringing yourself around onto your toes. Keep your hands on the mat. We're just going to rock side to side in our frog squat. If it feels comfortable for you, you can come down onto your heels, a little rock side to side, pushing your knee towards those toes, always tracking just to wake up those ankles. Otherwise, staying up where you need to. If you're here, that is no problem. See if you can rock to get those heels onto the mat, just one at a time. Just playing around, opening up those hips a little bit more. You can use your elbows as a little lever here, pushing into them, trying to sink a little bit deeper into that squat. Moving your hands if you can. Excellent. When you're ready, we're going to find ourselves in our reclined position onto the mat. Legs are long. Hug your right knee into your chest and sending it over to the left reclined position. Remembering from last week, find your shoulders to the mat first and then twisting a little bit deeper as you exhale. Gazing over your right fingertips or up towards the ceiling. Coming back through center, send that right leg long, hugging up your left knee this time. And when you're ready, take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, left arm goes long and left leg goes towards your right. Pressing those shoulders into the mat. And your last exhale here, come back through center. Nice big hug of those knees to the chest, maybe lifting your head up. And send those legs long, point your toes, arms reach overhead, full body stretch. And exhale to release, shaking out your legs, rolling out your arms, relaxing into the floor just for 5 breaths to finish. On your last exhale, when you're ready, just opening up those eyes, coming up to your seated position. Thank you so much for joining us.